We're Out Ghosted. I'm Rob.
And Sheri.
And just letting you know, we're going to be a regular ongoing series from now on. You can see our investigation episodes. Episode 1 is out. Episode 2 should be coming out hopefully shortly. We're also going to be bringing you fun little videos like this. So without any further ado, what we need you to do, if you like what you see, if you look down right below the screen, you see that subscribe button. Hit it. And also don't forget to hit the like button. That's that little dismembered thumbs up button. Hit that. Okay, so on with the show.
So we know there are a lot of scary things happening out there right now, but add paranormal into the mix and you have one big pot of creepy brew. We should embrace the unknown. And it could also come in handy, like when you're stuck in a cabin in the middle of the woods, being attacked by a Kandorian demon.
Or when you're sitting home alone and you're making pottery, listening to the Righteous Brothers.
You might want to know what you're dealing with. So we're here on Ghost Chatter, and we're going to talk to you about ghosts and demons.
What's the difference? How do you know when you're dealing with one or the other?
Nice hat.
So, what is a ghost? A ghost is the spirit of that was once a living being who has died in some kind of either a traumatic way, someone who has unresolved issues or unfinished business. Ghosts are normally of that of a tortured soul. They're not necessarily evil unless it was the spirit of an evil person. But for the most part, they are benevolent creatures, and they're not going to cause harm. The thing about ghosts is ghosts tend to stick to the places where this traumatic event happens. It could be a murder, it could be a car accident, something that made them die before their time. Or it could be a matter of they just weren't ready to go. And their unfinished business could have been a matter of not so much I need to solve world peace. No, it could be they just wanted to say goodbye to something they never did. How do you know if you have a ghost? There are certain signs. Aside from the obvious, if you happen to see one, there's also, you may have experienced chills. The air gets a lot colder suddenly. It's possible.
Actually, did you turn the heat up over there? No. Chilly. I didn't say we had a ghost. I was just asking you to turn the heat up. But,
all right, fine. You may experience a foul odor.
Yeah, I took a shower, so it's all you.
All right. It could be the certain mysterious sense may happen. It could be pleasant also. Another thing is basically a feeling of being watched. Everybody gets that once in a while. Now, that doesn't mean there's a ghost, but stop looking at me. It's always that feeling of being watched. And a lot of times, we all have heard mysterious voices or sounds. People have heard footsteps. People have heard, different sounds coming from places that can't be explained. None of them are. Now, anything I said here is saying it's definitively a ghost, but they are all signs.
Like that.
No.
Should I do this sign instead?
Okay.
What's the heart thing? Should I do that sign instead? What is that? Where they do
The heart. What that?
Well, I'm facing this.
Well, then there's this sign.
That's a sign?
Yes, aliens.
No. How do you do the heart? If I'm doing this way.
I don't know.
But it has to be upside.
This is still recording.
Okay.
There are several different types of ghost hauntings and ghost appearances. First one is your interactive personality. That's more of your intelligent haunting. You see that a lot of times when doing EDP sessions, You ask a question, they answer a question. You say, "Can you show me a sign?" and they do. That's a sign of an intelligent haunting, which is an interactive personality of a ghost. Other ones are your residual hauntings. Residual hauntings are basically the ghost is on loop. This is when you hear usually, "Oh, at 2:30 a.m. you'll see the spirit walk across." It's not that ghost has better things to do than just keep walking across the street at 2:30 in the morning. No, it's what's called a residual haunting. Another one is, yes, believe it or not, an ectoplasm or ectomist.
Ooh, fancy word.
And this is a real thing, so we can't get sued. It's an ectoplasm or ectomist. Where basically, that's when if you ever hear in any ghost shows or talks like that, where, that we saw a black mass that appeared. That's usually what that is. It's usually black, it can also be gray or white. But that is basically, it's not an actual figure of a person, just that shadow that you're trying to figure out. It may actually become a full-bodied apparition. And the last one I want to say is a funnel ghost. Funnel ghost is interesting. They're mainly seen in homes and historical buildings. And it is believed that they are loved ones coming back for a visit. These are possibly, it's been said that they can actually appear as a full-body apparition, but usually the funnel ghost is just that. It's more of almost a swirling, vortex-looking mass. So you may be asking yourself, okay, I have a ghost in my house, how do I get rid of it? Well, there's certain things you can do to do what's called a spiritual cleanse. One of the things is burning sage, lighting white candles, having white roses about the home. All of it is supposed to absorb that energy to help expel the ghost. Another popular remedy is that people actually put salt into the entrances and exits to their home to help block any ghosts from coming in or out. And probably the number one thing is tell them to leave. It has been known with certain hauntings that if you tell a ghost that you aren't welcome, many times the activity stops. Whether that works depends on the ghost. So that's basically the very 101 version of what ghosts are.
All right. I guess it's time to talk about demons. What? I can't let you have all the fun. Anyway, before I start talking about demons, I just want to explain that I will be covering Christian demonology only because that seems to be the most widely popular subject on demons, and you could see that type of demon in most movies, in folklore, and most Christian religions. Demons are widely known as fallen angels, and how they came about was God created Lucifer, and he needed a second hand. And he gave them all the kind of qualities that he felt Lucifer needed. And so he made them strong and powerful and beautiful. Anyway, after a given amount of time, Lucifer fell into self-generated pride, which was how sin first came about. And eventually he was cast down to hell, and a good portion of the angels followed suit and went with Lucifer, and that's how demons came about. Casper. So the sole mission of a demon is to tempt humans to commit sin. They are malevolent. They tend to prey on the emotions of troubled minds, such as the young or those with mental disabilities. Demons can take on any desired appearance to lure their victims. And it can be confusing and deceitful. Demons like to lie, and they can often look angel-like. They prefer an easy target because they must convince their host to invite them in and align their will to the demon. Now, demons can torment their victims throughout the duration of their lives. And a couple of ways they do this are through possession, provoking disturbing visions, or simply by showing themselves. Am I scary? I hope not. Demons are not all-knowing. They each have a specific type of knowledge and power. So it is helpful to learn as much about the demon that you can before performing an exorcism, because they can quite often be dangerous and at times kill their hosts. Was that nice to say?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It was nice.
To kill their host. It was nice.
Well, how about I just say, can be dangerous and even cause death. Is that better?
Side effects include.
Oftentimes, a possession is confused with someone who is mentally ill, and there are ways you can tell the difference, and the main way is through the ritual of exorcism itself. So it depends on how the demon will react to the exorcist while prayer is being recited. Like they might scream and curse and spin their head around on a 360-degree axis.
Lots of pea soup.
Yeah. So some signs of possession, obviously, is the one I just mentioned. Contortions, superhuman strength, speaking in tongues, insults.
Dork.
Young children can be observed easily while being possessed because they tend to withdraw or live outside the rules of society, inflict harm on themselves or others, and unfortunately, at times, suicide. And finally, some helpful things that can aid in the expelling of a demon is holy water. When you throw it on them, it'll burn really badly, and they cannot. Apparently, it burns so bad that they can't withhold screaming. It's like physically impossible for them. So they'll wince and curse and scream. And you can take them to hollow ground. And apparently, iron is another factor to help expel a demon.
They rust, they'll get tetanus.
Yeah, works for me.
So, just to recap. Ghosts were once living beings.
Demons were not.
Ghosts are mainly benevolent.
Demons are mainly malevolent.
Ghosts generally are not here to cause trouble.
Demons are trouble with a capital T.
Ghosts have no physical form.
And demons sometimes do. A demon can impersonate a ghost.
A ghost will never impersonate a demon.
Demons can take on any desired appearance.
Ghosts cannot.
Demons are highly dangerous.
Ghosts generally are not. So that's basically a very brief thing of what's the difference between a ghost and a demon. Hope you enjoyed our little video. We're just trying to have a little fun here. If you like what you saw, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe down below here.
And we'll see you in the next video.
By the way, where is Candoria anyway?
You just thought of that?